Okay guys, you know the short lane arms chamber adapters that we've seen in the videos and stuff. These are the gentlemen that actually make that. As you can see the big old sign, these two gentlemen right here. And these are the adapter sets you've got where you can convert a 12 or 20 gauge into all kinds of calibers, including the nice long rifled ones and the shorter smooth bore ones for all kinds of things. How many calibers do y'all adapt for 12 gauge?
8 calibers.
8 calibers. Okay. How many calibers do you do for 20 gauge?
6 calibers.
6 calibers. Okay. And you've got the little sets right here. How many calibers are in this?
There's 2 calibers, actually 3 calibers and 1 gauge.
3 calibers and 1 gauge. So it'd be like 12 gauge and be 3 adapters for it. You got a rod for a 22 so you can punch out your empties. And then what are the other two ones?
The other one is 410, 45 Colt, and 9mm.
Okay. Now when you offer these, can you get different adapter sets for that? So let's say I wanted a 40 caliber and a 38 and a 12 and a 22. Could you get a set like that?
You could, but you'd have to order them individually.
Okay. That'd be fine. Okay. Guys, I'm going to get one of these and give a try, and you'll see some videos coming up real soon on it. Okay guys, here's another vendor that does fat wood and stuff, and you know how much I love fat wood. Everybody say their name.
Tracy Wilson.
And
Joshua Barnes.
And where are you from?
Aiken, South Carolina.
And
from Lawrence, South Carolina.
Cool. They've got a pretty neat little fire set. Now show me this fire set right here.
All right, let me talk to you a little bit about it. The reason why I make them the way I do. It's actually got a high-speed steel carbon bit. It's actually, I tell everybody, it's used for tool and die making, for a sim rod. And what I did was I designed it to put it into a pocket, to carry into your pocket, or into your actual cargo pocket. That way you don't have any sharp edges or whatever else. So that way you always got a way to be able to make fire. Even if it gets soaking wet, it's still going to work for you. Whatever. It's real simple design, easy to use.
And it's going to float too.
It's going to float. And the thing, and what we do, a lot of guys even carry them as a lanyard, just like this. And they put them on.
I see that.
But the true thing, what we think about it, like here is like when we carry them, a lot of times we carry a sticky fat lighter with us. And where we're from, every 5, and just like Blackie, every 5 feet you step, you're going to find fat wood or whatever.
Yeah, if y'all notice this, they got some serious blocks right here of fat wood. Yeah, I mean, hold that up.
I'll give you a demo on this one too.
Yeah, do that.
These are the fat lighter ferro rods. I come up with this to impress my grandpapa. Or my great-grandpapa when I was a little kid, because I wanted to learn the ways of the woods. And because obvious, I wasn't accepted very well to it, and my grandparents, my grandmas, they all said, hey, you really need to take this girl out. She's the only one who wants to learn, take her. Finally, they persisted, he relented, and to impress him, as I tried repeatedly to do, I could never manipulate magnesium or ferro rods or anything very well, so I decided I needed a handle, and I figured why not use fat lighter instead of you know, any other wood. So what I've done is attached fat lighter handle to the ferro rod, and I'm going to use the little one instead of the big one because I use the big one all day long. I'm going to use one of the little pack size versions just to show you. Brand new ferro rod on a just a little hunk of fat lighter. You use the scraper that comes with it, and you just scrape around in a circle.
And that scraper is the one that we think of that everybody sells for the ferro rod, but it does a great job of making the dust off of the fat lighter.
That's it. And it is a fantastic little scraper. 4 90-degree corners. It's made by Firesteel. You can get them at firesteel.com. But that's what I love them. I advocate them, and I put them on my ferro rods. You take it, you turn the ferro rod over. If it's a new one, scrape the paint off. Scrape down on it, get a spark going on it. Usually it's just one like that, and as I light myself on fire.
Awesome.
Which is probably what everybody will enjoy most about this little demonstration. You can see that thick black smoke coming off of it. That's that resin or rosin, depending on what side of Mason-Dixon line you come from. And all you do from there is roll your tinder on or use the little sticks up over it. Notice it's still burning here. And it's that good thick resinous material that also makes it waterproof.
Awesome.
You can take this, dunk it in the water, carry it in your pack through the rivers. All you gotta do is sling the water off, scrape off on it, turn it around, throw a good spark to it, and it will light right up.
Now they also carry
waterproof materials.
They also carry a lot of other fire starting stuff, fire kits, Of course, they got good fat lighter, little bitty pouches. Of course, your top hands for your bow drills and stuff like that. Now, what I come up and was talking to them, let me show you something right quick, guys. See this snake hide right here? When I came up and talked to them about this, what impressed me, I don't know how much you can see that on the thing. You see, now this is a rattlesnake, and this is a what kind?
There's Arizona Diamondback.
Arizona Diamondback. This is how it's different from our eastern Diamondbacks. And you notice down here at the bottom those bands? In Alabama we call that a canebrake, which is a timber rattler. Those bands are further up. But what I was talking about is, you see how faded out the colors are? When you see a snake that's that kind of faded out, that's a snake that's out in the sun a great deal. One that's a deep wood snake will be deeply colored, and it looks like they're painted on. So anytime you see somebody that's got a hide like that and it's kind of washed out, you know it's an open snake. Hi guys, we're here for StitchGear.com, and this is Randy, the owner and purveyor and master of the leather sheaths from StitchGear.com. And Randy's asked me to show you or talk a little bit about the 6-way sheath. Now this sheath fits what kind of knives? Right now these are for the master woodsman, but what kind can you get for this?
I can adapt that sheath to practically any knife as long as I have the knife. I've done WC SKs with it. I've done some of LT Wright's knives. I do Pathfinder knife shop. This sheath is very adaptable, and it'll fit a wide variety of knives.
So if you have a knife, maybe something custom or something, contact Randy and tell him you're interested in this type of sheath, and he'll tell you where he's got a pattern or we need to get the knife to match it. But how this sheath works, as you can see here, 2 snaps, and then there's a removable loop on the back. The knife can be held as a standard knife sheath on the right or on the left. You also have this gap here that the belt can come from, and it puts it at this angle for like a Cheyenne carry, cross draw. You also have where you can take this dangler off and move it up so this loop goes to here, and it's a deep dangler. In cold weather, a lot of times when I'm wearing a big heavy coat, I'll hang it on my left side so I can just grab the knife and lift up and grab my right hand in and out, so it's not so digging after it. Also, with these 2 snaps, it can be worn scout carry, strong side, weak side, upside down on the back, multiple ways. And his retention is strong enough, it can be up here on the strap if you want this type of carry. Any kind of knife, just about, you can make to fit this. So if you're looking for a sheath, and of course, this is a ferrule rod loop right here. Randy can also work, you've talked about if they wanted a pouch, you can work with him to come up with a pouch system for it. He's very versatile. This is a really high quality piece of product. It's made out of good heavy saddle leather, and something I pointed out up here at the booth is this is the type of leather that you saw those old 1911 sheaths in World War II. How many of them you find at gun shows today that are 60 and 70 years old and are still usable? I don't mean baby, but they hold up. You buy one of these sheaths, it's good for the rest of your life. So if you need a sheath, contact Randy at StitchGear.com. Thanks guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.
Hit the stop button.